Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the next gaming series. I'm your host, DB Smiley. Jumping into a Division A matchup here between Party Time and Roomba Rotations. Party Time getting the 2-0 in their first set. Roomba has not played yet their week 1 match against Tiny Dancers. Pardon me. Alright, great start. I'm coughing myself to death. Anyway, Roomba have not played their match yet. Their week 1 match is actually tomorrow against Tiny Dancers, so this will be the first time we see them. Some pretty big roster changes, though, so we'll see how those play out. Just letting the teams know that I'm ready. Party Time, choosing to ban out Cursed Hollow and Towers of Doom. Roomba Rotations, banning out Battlefield of Eternity and Outeract Pass. Hanamura, going to be the first choice from Party Time. An interesting map. So historically, Roomba always has been a very aggressive team, although with the pretty substantial roster change I talked about, of their 5 starters last season, only Idioms and Iron are playing at the moment. As we jump into the draft here, Party Time versus Roomba Rotations Game 1 on Hanamura Temple. But you can see Joshua Scott, Hiva, and Iron. Actually, not Iron, Lazy Hydra. All in this game. ETC, going to be the first ban. Not too surprising. Definitely the top tank in the game right now, especially with the completely idiotic Encore buff that had no business ever being in the game, and nerfing it's not enough. They need to just completely remove the heroic cooldown reduction. Sorry, cat fight. Literally a cat fight. Anna gonna get banned out, top support in the game. Maiev was denied by Party Time. One of those heroes that if it's played well, it can be very devastating. Although this map, not as much. There's not as much in the way of choke points here. There's a few, but most of the fights tend to be a bit more open, tend to be a bit more spread out. Movement speed's very valuable here. I quite like Lucio on this map for that reason. I got someone here saying that Mei is greater than ATC, and it's okay. I was wrong too once. You get over it. Deckard, gonna be the pickup from Iron. Still got that big nerf to rubies, but all the same, rather strong. Sleep can be very valuable here as well, because the enemy gets spread out, but Sleep has such a wide hit angle. You can really isolate a target. Uriel Greymane. Uriel is going to proceed to not die in the top lane, as she's known to do. Colonel Pants, joining this team from 2 Calculated to Throw last season. Very, very solid player, so he'll be good on that Uriel. Keep grabbing that Greymane. And we just saw Vikings. So that happened. And we're all going to stay calm. Vikings. So this is a 2-lane map. But my guess here is that they're going to grab something like Imperious to try to set up explosion comps. And just try to let Vikings soak and bribe camps. It's a tactic. I don't think of Vikings when I see this map, so we'll see how it works. I know Vikings is a lot stronger than it used to be. It's incredibly strong in the right situation. Rhaegar banned out, so definitely they're going to draft some burst damage here, possibly a Li Ming, and pair that with a tank, like a Muradin or an Imperious, even though Imperious isn't really a tank, just trying to go for blow-ups. I actually like the Li Ming pickup in return. Li Ming can get resets off the Vikings. Diablo going to enable some bursts as well. So, typically when you run Vikings, you want to run Hyper Burst, Hyper Isolation. May can do a bit of that, but it questions, like, I question what this next pick is. With the Li Ming taken, there's not a lot of great options for burst damage. They are going to go with the Tassadar, who's pretty good. Last pick coming in, it is the healer. I kind of like the Lucio idea here, just for the mobility. Stukov is not bad either. Can be punished a bit by the May, in terms of if he drops E, May can just avalanche him out of position really bad. Because you have to stand still to channel it. We'll see how it goes. As we can see, Party Time getting their first win of the season, as you can see on the ticker right now, off of the members of Tricky Gooses. One of the other teams moving up from B East, Roomba Rotations joining them. Though again, Roomba with as we mentioned, a very, very different roster here. So we'll see. We'll see if they need time to gel, or if maybe this set of roster changes actually better prepares them. We'll find out. I'm just getting a couple of thingy doodads set up here. Sorry, just one Sekaruni. And there we go. So moving now into the game, we'll go ahead and introduce for the first time tonight Party Time. It's going to be E-Keeb on the Greymane Bishop Mist, on the Stukov Chess Clue, on the Diablo Schumann, on the Li Ming, and up in the top it is Colonel Pants on Urel. Party Time. One of the top returning teams in A East. On the other side, one of the new challengers, Roomba Rotations. You got Iron on Deckard. Idioms is going to be on that May. Down here in the bottom, Lazy Hydra. Moving up from Phoenix Rising Emerald and Please Clap in the past on Tassadar. Joshua Scott from Primapes on Rainer. And I believe Hiva was also on Primapes. Going to be doing the solo lane Vikings. Roomba has indeed been scrimming a ton. And we have someone to ban from chat already. Awesome. Ice block there to prevent any kind of engage while I slowly work over to ban people from chat. There we go. Ooh. Idiom's getting a bit engaged on there, but backing up safely. Ooh, good wall there onto Chess Clue. And that is Diablo going down. And we do have a DC Bishop Mist. Disconnects there. He's backing up. So we get a pause coming in from Lazy Hydra. But, yeah, we'll see how long it takes to get back into the game. Fun fact, this is the t-shirt I got instead of going to senior prom. And, yeah, that is because I did a math thing. I didn't have a life in high school. Oh, wait, that hasn't changed. I have money now. Money's nice. You know, buys that bookshelf back there. But here we go. Yeah, it's a bot. It's just a bot. Wasn't anything inappropriate. It was just a bot. But we're going to hop back into the game here. And right away, Roomba, they're going to go ahead, grab their Genji. Same being done by the members of Party Time, albeit a bit slower getting there, leaving Li Ming bot. But of course, you can send Baylog down to soak. Olaf in the top. Eric scouting, though Olaf actually taking a little bit of a beating. But he'll be back, though Urel looking up top potentially to challenge. Here we can see the Vikings will, at least two of them, will push with the Genji on the top, Genji on the bottom pushing in. Going to be a little bit countered here by 5 members. I mean, technically, one of them's a Viking, so 4 1/3. Chess Clue taking a big chunk of damage, kind of cut off by that task wall. Bit of an awkward retreat, but retreat goes through all the same. Up in the top. Colonel Pants trying to kill this Genji. Actually quite low, though. Genji does get up to the wall. See how much damage it does. We'll assess that afterward. Third camp going to be taken by Roomba as we take a look here at this map called Blackheart's Bay 2.0. The objective of the map is to take as many camps as possible. And occasionally, you can fight, but, like, why would you do that when you can just take camps? Up in the top. Pan's having a hard time with this Olaf Eric combo. Down here in the bot. Once again, Chescu, a bit of an awkward spot. Pops the medallion there. To make sure he can get away. Yrel coming down looking potentially for a flank. But I don't think the members of Roomba are biting. I think the communication has come in to say, hey, you know, they're here. And they disengage this hero very well. Although Joshua Scott going to get caught out. Pops the medallion, though. Able to turn around and walk away. Good task wall. Prevent further engage. Joshua Scott, though, goes back in and gets punished for it. So that should enable party time to at least de-push this objective a bit. Yrel back up in the top, getting some soak. Pretty even on XP at the moment. Ming's starting to push, but Idiom's just continuing to be a force to disrupt the members of party time. A lot of damage comes in onto Idioms, but not anywhere near a threat to kill. Can we go back to a time before there was no Hanamura? I want to go back to a time before there was the Cheeto in Chief. That would if we're gonna turn back time, why go back like a month? The last 4 years have been dog shit. It's my channel. I can say that. Not gonna lie, like the previous couple of years before 2016 weren't the bee's knees either. But you know. Ooh, Task getting cornered there. Tries to get out. Good route from the Deckard. He turns around to get one last Q off, though. A little bit of greed for stacks. Party time happy to punish that. Genji in the bottom has started to do quite a bit of damage. You got two Vikings cleaning it. Genji up on the top. Getting cleaned up. Get some damage onto a tower, but not much. But here comes the push onto the objective. You don't really have spicy Smiley tonight. You just have, like, tired of everything Smiley. I mean, this is... Like, I got married in February, and it has been all down. Not personal life. Personal life's been fantastic. But, like, the world has been all downhill since then. Here comes the engage. Looking at Idioms. Ice block there. Raynor was trying to... get some follow-up damage, but actually gets punished very hard there, so that's going to be another death. May not able to get out of that ice block, so party time, you know, starting to assert a little bit. Getting a couple big kills there. There we go. So party time in control of this game at the moment, on the cusp of level 10. You imagine you're going to see APOC? Especially without a cleanse on the other side. There it is. Cursed Bullet probably is the choice. They'll go for the throat, could work. Repulsion from the Li Ming. Ardent Defender. It is go for the throat from the Greymane. And Flailing Swipe there. Go for the throat can work because you can reset off a Viking in the fight. That should help out a bit. Get a couple resets. Speaking of, Hiva just kind of had attention elsewhere, and that's the thing with Vikings is it's not even a bad play or a misplay. It's just your attention was needed elsewhere, and there's nothing you can do about it. A Baylog has gone down as well, however, and now this is going to enable a pretty aggressive push in, and with With the bottom already taking shots from the objective, this should be both forts potentially going down from party time. They're going to let the minions finish, and they're going to start heading towards their own Genji. Do the minions finish? They think they do? No, they've turned their attention to the minions, so... Minions did not finish. Eric trying to stop this cap, or at least just be annoying and bait. Genji putting the lane in the bottom top as Genji as well. That's what my teams call them. I know it's like what's supposed to be the samurai camp or the sentinel camp, or it's the Genji. Flank coming in, looking for a Viking. Play again has been popped to help clean this bottom, as well as just get the Vikings out of danger, but that of course will allow Yrel to come up and just pop this fort one last time. And that'll be a 2-structure lead now for the members of Party Time. Vision Camp taking the bot, trying to close this XP gap a bit. 13 very close for Party Time. We have mentioned their ults, haven't mentioned Roombas yet. We have the Archon, the Avalanche, the Hyperion, the Play Again, as we talked about, and the Sleep. They're going to need to get big separation off the Avalanche. There's an Ice Block from Mei. She's going to use the Avalanche to cap Vision, but Iron gets a little bit caught out there. Colonel Pants knocking him back into the middle of Party Time, and now the retreat is on. That's a Colonel Pants quite low. Pops the Ardent Defender, however. Good discipline by Lazy Hydra not to keep attacking, but it's not enough to peel Idioms out. And now without that Archon, Lazy Hydra is going to be the next to fall. Oh, the Task Wall, but it's not enough. So 3 kills there in quick succession from the members of Party Time. And using that level 13 advantage, well, 7-1 kill count. They are looking good. And, you know, Party Time, again, this is a tough team to play. They are absolutely one of the favorites in this division, if not after the loss of Team Happy Cloud, if not a prohibitive favorite in a lot of ways. As my cat knocks things over in the bathroom. So that sounds like a fun mess I'm going to clean up. I mean, Genji never gets picked anyway anymore, so you might as well call the camp the Genji. Right now, hovering bottom, Roomba, not entirely sure, I think, with what they want to do, but recognizing that their Genji camp is in danger. Idiom's Ice Blocks in the back. Yrel doing a great job on the isolation. Deckard Root comes out. There are some rubies to go back into, but the rest of the team really can't follow up. And in fact, Yrel once again diving for this Rainer, who does get isolated and goes down. Idiom's not able to escape either. And with this solo front line that we're seeing, it just feels like Mei can dive in, but the rest of the team kind of gets left in isolation as a result of that. And Roomba just kind of unable to find a kill as a result, as not able to get together. And a lot of that comes to Colonel Pants' wonderful Yrel play this game, who has just been consistently isolating people, knocking back the back line, pressuring them out. Most importantly, taking a lot of damage without dying. Which is arguably right in Yrel's wheelhouse. That is kind of a big part of what she brings to the table. Vikings trying to side soak. They have 13, but 16 is already in the hands of the members of Party Time, who now send their Genji into the bot lane and now start moving towards this objective. Yrel doing a good job stalling it, keeping it pushed up. Dismount comes in onto Idioms. They are pushing this up. Scramble a bit from Roomba rotations, trying to get back, but I think they're just going to have to let this turn at this point. Maybe tries to get one last second stall, but nothing happening there. Now needs to be careful. Diablo goes in for the charge. Doesn't pull the trigger on the flip. Mei kind of bouncing a little bit out of range there. Sorry, my mouse is in a weird spot. Ooh, Idioms goes in once again to the back line. Avalanche did not connect. Good dodge there. And now Idioms trying to find safety. There's a good stump and a sleep. But Ardent Defender is going to prevent Urel from being at any risk of dying. Health bars are a bit low here for the members of Roomba, not able to follow up. They have lost about 2/3 of this bottom keep, so it is absolutely at risk. You could see a play where Party Time just grabs this turret, uses it to soak shots, and tries to finish this keep, and that may indeed be what happens here. They are going to clear up the bot lane. They have a catapult handy. Iron is coming in. Raynor Tassadar as well starting to make the rotation. But with how low this keep is, I don't think they're going to be able to make a meaningful enough impact, and down goes the keep. Can they do anything on the chase? Unstoppable there used by Urel. Idioms goes in, but is maybe a bit low. APOC comes out, but not able to hit that APOC combo. Still Colonel Pants on the chase. Ice Block used. Idioms does get away. Close now to 16 as Roomba rotations. Vikings trying to grab every bit of soak they can top. Play again is available, so it's not the biggest problem in the world if they get rotated on. But the top Genji is still forfeit without the level 16. So Roomba now with kind of one last shot here as they pick up their 16s. Already more than 2 levels down, so you got to think if it gets to 20, it is almost certainly GG. They need to defend this keep and then look for the engage. That said, this keep just taking so much damage, and down it goes, and that is the last structure for the members of Roomba rotations. Idiom goes in. They've locked their 16 talents. They're trying to find that engage. Ice Block used to avoid the Li Ming combo. They get the slow onto Diablo. Oh, great Stukov root combo to get away. Bishop missed, but Olaf looking for the play again. No, actually it wasn't on. I thought Olaf was play again on himself, looking for the engage, but that isn't what happened there. Party Time very much still in control of this game. 9-1 in kills. Roomba. That window is shutting. There is a Genji camp up on the map. You gotta think they almost have to try to take this. But it's just so hard to engage when you look at kind of the bulk differential of these front lines.
Escort the payload.
Chest clue. Looking, checking the bush. Idioms on the back, trying to get onto E-Keep. Does avalanche him forward, but actually puts him right on top of the Deckard. Certainly not intended, but it's what happened, and it's rather unfortunate. Raynor having a hard time getting out of there, and he goes down. 2 of the Vikings left standing, trying to see if they can get some kind of finish, but there is a kill. And the last falls, and with that, that is all 3 Vikings down. Raynor and Deckard. And this should be the core call. Dominant showing by Party Time in Game 1. Little bit of a gadget comp coming out from Roomba rotations. Could just be trying to set up bans onto the TLV later in the season. It is something that teams can do. A lot of times you scout, you see that gadget hero on the enemy team, you just pick it, you just ban it out. Maybe that's the goal, but in either case, didn't feel overly effective. But then again, I don't think that was the main source of their problems. I think Roomba mostly struggled getting onto a position where they could fight, as May would go in and the rest of the team would instantly get zoned out by Urel. And Colonel Pants doing a really good job with that. May not really able to set up much hard CC to enable those kills. And, you know, maybe that likely, some of those condos likely worked when Roomba rotations were in B, but you know, they're facing one of the top tier A East teams. They're gonna have to eliminate any coulda wouldas, and they're gonna have to really put their foot on the gas to come back and win this series. But in the meantime, congrats to Party Time on winning map number 1. We're gonna take a brief respite while we get set up for map number 2, and we will see you in just a second. Thank you all so much for watching. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. We got an A East matchup here, and forgot to update. Map 2 is going to be Brax's Holdout as selected by Roomba rotation, choosing map pick here. They are taking us to Brax's, so two-lane maps on menu for the night. We'll see if we get a third map. How many lanes that one has. Of course, BOE banned, so the triple two-lane dream is dead. And Roomba Rotations killed it when they banned out Battlefield of Eternity. That said, they're going to need to maybe go a bit more standard. I know that this team has always been very good as an aggressive team, and I kind of want to see them go that direction here. Go for more aggressive, pick-oriented comps. I've always found it difficult to play into them when they're doing that, but we're just waiting for some readiness. Looks like party time is ready, so we should be starting soon. But yeah, taking a quick look at the star from the last game, Colonel Pants. Really played extremely well, and I should note these stats coming from Season 8 on 2 calculated to throw has, of course, made the switch now to party time. 2 calculated throw had some pretty big roster changes. Lost kind of a lot of their top players. So they are down back in B West or B Southeast. I can't recall which. We'll see if the URL gets through the draft here. ETC, first ban, Maev, so no change to the first 2 bans. Last time Roomba banned out the Ana, but they are going to say no moss. No moss on the URL, and I think that's a good identification of what caused a lot of their disruption in the last game. Be interested to see if they go back into the May again. If they do, I think they need to pair it with some other frontliner who can maybe help support a nice bursty engage. Chromie gonna get denied. Chromie incredibly powerful on the map. Despite the nerf to W, still a very strong hero, especially with all the choke points here. And we have a Chloe kitten sighting. Let's see if I can get her on screen there. There she is back in the chair. You can't really see her, but that is the newest member of the DB Smiley household. And she is an adorable, adorable little kitten. Ana picked up here by Iron. 2 picks to come. Iki solo laned a bit last season. Really liked Malthael. We'll see if maybe they flex roles. Nope. Gonna stay on that assassin role, and you know, Colonel Pants played just so exceptionally well in the solo lane. Hard to say anything other than yeah, that seems reasonable. Joanna picked up, despite some of the nerfs to her trait, having a lot of high-end players saying yeah she's not tier 1 anymore. Still though, Chess Clue, very good Joanna player that picked up early. There is that burst tank I wanted, and I'm glad I'm seeing it here. They are going to grab the Imperius. Now, of course, Imperius by himself, if he engages alone, will just get turned around and blown up. But he can enable a lot of blow up. You get the Imperius Spear with the follow-up Ana Grenade. Someone's going to die. I mean, it very well could be Imperius still, but chances are he's taking something with him. Ming gonna get banned out. Very, I think, intelligent ban. Good denials of the Li Ming, as I think Li Ming would have helped a lot for Roomba to have in the last game to follow up with Mei, and it just wasn't there. Rexar getting denied. Obviously, incredibly strong on the map. Being able to soak the lane and channel the point at the same time. And we have another Chloe sighting. No, don't startle Chloe. We'll go to her after Leah Whitemane. Okay, there it is. No. Where's she going? There she is. It's a Chloe kitten sighting. Also, yes, my desk has LED lights on it. It's really fucking stupid. I don't know why. I just wanted like a desk that was good for mounting a boom mic on, which I have here. A boom mic as well as a monitor stand. I don't have the monitor stand yet, but I want to get it. But there we go. So Chen, Gul'dan. The Gul'dan, I actually like that a lot. Going double bruiser. The Chen can be in the solo lane. Or the Imperius, they can flex it, although you presumably think they want to Pierce in the bot. But with their comp, they're just going to clear the lane as quick as they can. And the Gul'dan can overwhelm Whitemane with that AoE damage. Whitemane, much more a single target healer, although options at 10 provide really good AoE healing. There we go. So Greymane coming out. Actually, he keeps switching back to the Greymane, putting Schumann on the Kael'thas. It was played well in the last game. Ain't broke. No need to fix it. Bishop missed this time on the Whitemane. Now, I will say I'm kind of surprised to see the Whitemane, just because generally on this map, you want your healer to be very, very mana friendly. That is to say, the fight tends to be very long, very brawly, and there needs to be a lot of mana. And I just am worried about Whitemane's mana pool. But we're going to jump into the game. Here we go now, as we got to introduce the teams again on the left side. Party time. It's going to be Ekeeb on the Greymane, Chest Glue on Joanna, Bishop missed on the Whitemane, Schumann on Kael'thas. On the top it is Colonel Pants on Leoric. On the other side of the map, Roomba rotations. They need this win to keep the series alive. It's going to be Idioms on the Imperius, Lazy Hydra on Gul'dan, Hiva on Raynor. I actually mixed that up there. They switched on me. I had Joshua Scott on the Raynor again. They switched on me and I didn't catch it. Iron going to be playing Anna. It is Joshua Scott up in the top on the Chen. Take a look at the talents. Gul'dan going to go with the E build. Raynor with the extra PvE. Right now, oops, sorry. Didn't mean to zoom in. A good sleep dart there to enable some extra damage onto Schumann. And again, any poke damage here is actually okay, as you do force Whitemane to heal it. And she's not... she can be extremely mana efficient until she actually has to heal someone up from low health. And that may be the case here. Joanna does have the taps. That will help for the time being. But keep an eye on that mana pool. That said, Party Time doing a good job of giving it as good as they're getting it in terms of the damage. And Ekeeb now rotating into the Bruiser. Rest of the team going to get a quick help here. Bruiser camp being taken in the bottom. I'm sorry, I called that first one to Bruiser. The Fire Bats, the Siege camp. Chen, Leo up in the top. Leo already in channel position. That's a tough matchup for the Chen. Chen wants to be able to do a little drinking on the job, little day drinking. Leo's certainly going to punish that with that sustained percent-based damage. So we'll see how Joshua Scott lives up to that challenge in the top. But in the meantime, in between time, ain't we got Dan. That Gul'dan specifically. Doing a good job cleaning up the bottom. And this is often how you want to play Gul'dan on this map, is you want Gul'dan focused on just burning the lane so the enemy team is always stuck clearing. Make sure they have less wave clear than you. Now with the Kael'thas, that's not explicitly true. But still, Gul'dan wanting to make sure they keep the lane clear so his team can step up and get some poke damage here. And actually, the damage meter's definitely favoring Roomba at the moment. And they're starting to get some true channel progress up here. There's a big spear. Good flank there by Gul'dan, getting some big damage to follow up. Hiva doing not too shabby themselves. Bottom picked up here. Chen working on the top against the Leo. Now you got to think long term the fight Leo wins, but Any channel progress you secure is going to be beneficial. There's the spear onto the Kael'thas. And, you know, but that said, the HP pool's still coming back. But Bishop Mist definitely lower on mana than the Ana is. Oh, big 3-man spear, and the corruption comes out and hits a ton. And Hiva with the good chase to get the finish. Roomba rotation's punching back here early in this game. That said, Joshua Scott having a hard time with this Leo up in the top, and that is not a skill thing. That's just the matchup is bad. You are trying to outplay Scissors with paper. It's a little bit tricky. That said, doing a good job staying away from the bushes, but needs to be a bit careful here. We're going to keep our attention down to the bottom for the time being. This Gul'dan wave clear really enabling some big wall damage on the bottom, and this is translated quite well into a very big structural lead on this bottom lane, down to only one turret. Joe gonna step up, start chugging out some damage, but already down to about half health. Oh, but there's the Gravity Lapse Living Bomb. Does spread on to Ana there. Raynor getting some good side damage, but now they need to back off the point. This should enable some channel progress, heading over to the side of Party Time to help join the very lonely... it would actually be in the bottom lane. The very lonely Ultralisk down here in the bot left. Wait, where's their Ultralisk? Where's their... What? Where's you always get one Ultralisk. Oh, there it is. He's shy. He's shy. Come out, little guy. It's all right. We won't be mean. Should probably actually focus on the game. Seems like a good idea. Good living bomb there. Forces the spread. Iron doing a good job healing this out, but keep an eye on those mana. Ana and Whitemane still fairly empty. Chest Glue taking a ton of damage. There's a big sleep dart. Spear comes in. Does not quite land. E-Keep now trying to escape. Idiom's going to take some damage from that Flame Strike, but that should enable a channel onto the bottom. That said, Chen has not grabbed the top, and I think Leo can out-trade here, although it's closer than it looks at the moment. Some talent starting to come online, and Chen is actually starting to win this. And in fact, will do just that. So, some channel progress here coming in from Roomba. It was high 50s to low 40s, but that number is climbing 70 and higher. Raynor up in the top, working on the Fire Bats. Chen should still be able to hold this point. As now with level 7 talents in play, this Chen no longer paper against Scissors, as we saw there. Playing that matchup actually quite well, and then that, of course, Firebat Camp is going to help out Raynor. Meanwhile, working on soloing this Bruiser Camp, the rest of his team want to control bottom. Good dodge by Idioms onto the Gravity Lapse. Good patience, knowing he doesn't need to be center mass on the point, he just needs to keep a toe there. Damage slowly working at Chest Glue. Whitemane, though, able to heal up single target fairly well. No difficulties there. And, chat has just seemingly abandoned me. Like, nobody even talking this game. You guys still alright? You doing okay? Hi, chat. I miss you, chat. Greymane rotating top to pressure off this Chen. But, Hiva on that Raynor gonna go up there, start to look for the channel progress. It's 2v1. They need to get onto this point bottom quick, as it is 92%, 96, 98, and there it is. So the first Zerg wave coming out here. That said, Idioms maybe stayed a bit too long. No, does manage to get out of there. And now with Raynor pushing as well top, potential to be a pretty deadly Zerg wave. That said, the Zerg wave in the bottom, oh, didn't quite get that 50% for that second Ultralisk. So it is actually a significantly weaker wave, especially with a Gul'dan to clear it. Level 10s are here. This top fort is going down. Ooh, Idiom's looking for it. Just kind of a little bit off target with the spear there. I think he maybe expected E-Keep to cut back in. Maybe some over-anticipation. Still hanging around up here, but the Ultralisks are getting a tiddly bit low. here comes the disengage, but Roomba off to a exponentially better start in this game. And, you know, showing that, you know, hey, look, when we play our game, we're going to do well. And now maybe looking to get some damage onto the Leo, but Spooky Ghost, kind of hard to chase. Pirius, just keep an eyes on the top. No camps to pick up at the moment on Roomba's side of the map, although I think the Firebat camp is due soon. Yeah, 20 seconds. Both Firebats will actually be up at about the same time. This Bruiser camp going to be cleaned up by Chen at the moment. Joe checking boss, making sure no one's on it. Idiom's doing the same. Making sure there's no sneaky sneakies. Taking a look at the ultimate choices. Got Go for the Throat once again. Pyroblast, actually, so very much single target damage focus. Entomb, Blessed Shield, and the Divine Reckoning. Chen pops the Medallion, takes a lot of damage through the... I can't remember what it's called, staggering out the damage, though. Is that what the ability is called, stagger? His E. Now there is Chase coming in. Cleanse was used there. I think that was a cleanse and not a... I think that was a cleanse and not a medallion. Although Iron Skin was also used at the same time. Firebat's in the lane, bottom and top. Looks like the members of Roomba are thinking of rotating down. Leo has vision of this, though, and the Rainer getting a bit isolated. Horrify might be enough to buy him the escape. Can he get the heal? He does. Pyroblast does not finish. Storm Earth Fire all over this backline, doing so much damage. Bishop Mist is going to finally be the first to fall. Anna does use the nano on the Golden. Turns a lot of damage around onto the Leoric. Looks like Leoric did survive that. Joanna, though, is the next to fall, but Kel'Thas does not get out either. Leo, the only one to escape, and hello, Roomba rotations. And I think what we're learning from this game is not just that Roomba's a good team, but I think it's that really doing well with this double bruiser now that the enemy team can now that they as a team can engage as a unit. Really disengage that Entomb onto Rainer extremely well. That Rainer had every right to be dead, but the combination of Anna, the great Imperious Spear hitting 3, saving that. Gotta be careful walking into your Entomb to secure a kill, though. Ooh, there's a good spear. They're looking for the Leo, and Spooky Ghost not going to be enough to get out, and that is big channel progress ticking. 78%, 80%. I don't think Party Time is going to stop this. Joe, just keep an eyes on boss, but here it comes. Look at that Zerg wave. Look, don't they look happy? Just happy to be free, to be out of timeout. They spend so much time in those cages. It's sad, really. They want to run free. And in the case of Banelings, blow themselves up, which is a little bit less nice. Big Zerg wave pushing in. Ultralists are on this keep. This keep is going to fall. The question is, who else will, if anyone? Big damage comes out onto Idioms, but the Angelic Armaments helping to keep him alive. Big Horrify hits 5, and that will secure, oh my goodness, that Horrify. And now this may very, very well be game. In fact, this is game. 3 kills there. Hydra with a god-tier Horrify. I mean, an easy candidate for play of the game there. As this was a situation where you think, all right, they just walk away having gotten the keep. Nah. Not happening. Roomba. You know, as a caster, you always love a game 3, and Roomba hitting back hard in that game. I mean, my goodness. Hit back hard. That first game felt really one-sided. That second game felt extremely one-sided. The problem was the sides changed. So I have no clue what to expect from this series now heading into map number 3. But Roomba absolutely dominated there. Not even close. So Party Time, they're getting challenged. You know, some of these BEast teams that are moving up, they aren't pushovers. That's actually first map drop for Party Time this season. First map win for Roomba, but this is also their first match. Party Time played Tricky Gooses last week, got the 2-0. But we're going to take a brief break. We got a game 3, so stick around for it. We'll see you right back here on the Nexus Gaming Series. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, everyone, welcome back. As you heard, Infernal Shrines, map number 3, picked by Roomba Rotations. Party time. Choosing to go with first pick, and this is game 3. And, you know, party time, a lot of people had them as a favorite in this division. A lot of people had THC as a favorite in this division. THC has gone down. Will the same fate befall party time here? Or will they get it back and close out this series? Deckard Cain going to get banned out here. Obviously incredibly strong on the map, given the point control nature. On the other side, ETC once again banned. Cassia banned out by party time. That does leave the Maiev up, which they have been banning out tonight, party time. Does that suggest that maybe they're going to take it? The Urel banned once again. Roomba Rotation just says never again. Never forget. Never forget Hanamura Temple. Maiev was picked up, so there we go. Hey, they let it through the ban phase. They plan to first pick it. This is obviously a very strong Maiev map. One of those heroes that when it's played well, it's pretty devastating. Taking a look, and again, these are season 8 stats, so bear with the potential inaccuracy. As we see the Stukov Sonya, very, very strong on the map. Iron wanting the Stukov, wanting to deny it perhaps. But also, compare well to Sonya. Maiev stats took a bit to load. You can only see, a higher 10% popularity isn't super high. Popularity is both pick and ban rate. So you have about a 49%, but that 5 KDA for a melee assassin is pretty good. Still, though, Joanna Tassadar, I mean, there are times last season where you would not see either of those heroes get through ban phase. Now you're seeing both here. And I think Chess Clue getting on Joanna definitely is a boon for party time. Tassadar gonna have potentially a ton of AoE damage, given that both Maiev and Joanna are good at clumping up the enemy team. You got the Tass Wall as well to pair with the Warden's Cage to just be extra, extra difficult to escape. You see the Ana banned out. Roomba already picking their healer, not wanting to deal with a nano-boosted Tassadar. Presumably a tank ban. Diablo's available. Though, yeah, there's the ban. Diablo really kind of disappeared last season. Was only played as a niche pick, but it's right back in the meta as a top-tier pick. Does this mean we see Roomba go into the May again? Do they go with that double bruiser we saw last time? Or do they go into something like a Garrosh, mayhaps? They're going to go double bruiser. So it is the Imperious coming out with the Kael'thas. Kael'thas, of course, Kael'thas and Sonya are going to provide a ton of space control on the shrine. The difficulty is going to be, can they avoid stacking up in those choke points and getting baited by Maiev? And we potentially have a Light Bomb Falling Sword combo, albeit I would say, Light Bomb Blessed Shield is also fantastic. Double support, though, as we have the Uther off lane coming out from Colonel Pants. Trying to get some extra healing to offset some of this Kael'thas damage. And I like that Anduin pick for the purposes of being a... Deathwing. I was about to say, of being a way to peel someone off the Imperious combo. But Triple Warrior coming out here, trying to let Kael'thas be the hyper carry. And of course, Deathwing laughs at your attempts to CC him. Or he would laugh, but they didn't give him that voice line, I don't think. Interesting comp, interesting game set up for us here. Deathwing, always kind of a weird variable. It's one of those heroes that at first was just incredibly overpowered and got nerfed. So much so that it seemed to disappear. But that said, without really much in the way of percentage damage, if anything. on the side of Party Time. Could be a difficult out for them, given how much their combo seems to revolve around getting big CC. But we'll see as we jump into the game. We'll go ahead and introduce the teams on the left side. It's Ekeb on Maiev, Schumann going to be on the Tassadar, Bishop Mist on the Anduin, Colonel Pants on Uther, and Chessclue on the Joanna. It is Party Time. And the upstart challengers who punched very, very hard back in Game 2. It's going to be Joshua Scott on the Sonya. Hiva is going to be on Kel'Thas. Lazy Hydra on Deathwing. Idioms on the Imperius. And Iron will be on the Stukov. Is it a Fetid Touch Stukov? I love Fetid Touch. I really love Fetid Touch. But Reactive Ballista Spores makes sense. Actually going with the Spine Launcher. Interesting. I think pretty much all of Stukov's one's talents like have a meaning. Stukov is... I love Stukov for the basis that like all of his talents, like all of his talent tiers have actual reasons to pick other talents, except his 13. His 13, and I'm not saying that, like, you could come up with a reason if you don't think you can ever set up a root combo because they're too mobile or whatever. Like, you can go popping pustules. The other E talents are just garbage. It's either root or popping pustules in my mind. But right out of the gate, Deathwing stayed bot for the rotation. Sonya going to be against Uther up in this top. Uther actually doing a good job trading pretty positively here. But now taking a little bit of a whirlwind. Reaping the whirlwind, some would say. Yuck, 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 yuck. It's not even a good fucking pun. Just ignore me. Siege camp's being taken here, but it looks like Deathwing kind of just wanting to say hi. Just be like, hey guys, how's it going? Oh, yeah, sorry. Was I intruding? Ooh, Hiva in a rather awkward spot here. Good, got pulled by the tether at the last second. Walked with it for a while. Oh, but Imperius comes in, and it looks like Kel'Thas is going to get away. Maiev also going to escape, saving Private Hiva there. Meanwhile, up in the top, Sonya has already gotten the best of Colonel Pants once. Will it happen again? Playing patient. Looks like Deathwing's actually going to rotate top, as they want to make sure that Sonya can get onto the point more quickly, get some camps as well. Of course, Deathwing having the global that Sonya lacks. So we'll see that come into play, one would imagine. Kel'Thas still cleaning up this bottom. The siege camp on bottom was picked up by Party Time, but getting absolutely no value. But here comes an invade now, and Sonya getting isolated, and it looked like Idiom's still wanting to fight this despite the 3v5 situation. Deathwing is trucking out a lot of damage, but in turn, the plates are just falling off. Will the living bomb spread secure the kill? No, it doesn't. Colonel Pants, though, may not get out of there. In fact, does not. So 2-for-1 trade at the moment. Deathwing, of course, will be back full health and should have global available, so not the worst loss. Similar to Garrosh, Deathwing, one of those heroes that once you get their plates down, well, I should say, similar to Garrosh, the health is tied to the armor, but it's an inverse relationship. The less health you have, the less armor you have on Deathwing, whereas the more health you have, the less armor you have on Garrosh. So once you can get them low, you definitely want to find those finishes. Breaker used there by Joshua Scott. Didn't want to get isolated there. Kel'Thas looking for the flank. Deathwing has not dropped down yet. 21-10. And here it comes. Team engaging. Deathwing right in the middle. Maiev only Deathwing on the tether, and that's not going to get a lot done. Joe trying to peel out here. Here comes the Cataclysm. Does give control of the point for the time being. 36-19, now 37. They are going to get the kill onto the Anduin. But the Frozen Punisher has been picked up by Party Time. Can they secure another kill to make it worthwhile? They do not. What can Party Time get done with this? Now down a hero. Good dodges there by Idioms on the roots. Burn coming in. Punisher baited over the wall. Actually lands on a Stukov, who gets rooted at the same time. But, you know, without that Maiev there, just not able to get that blow up quite. There's a stun on the Kel'Thas. No real menace to it, though. Anduin, another one of those heroes that has a lot of flexible builds. This time we're seeing a pretty heavy auto attack emphasis. Certainly looks like a play towards Varian's Legacy at 20, although double cleanse is never a bad idea into this comp. That's it. Here comes Engage. Deathwing wants to finish this objective. Sonya has come down as well. This is a 5v4 at the moment with Maiev top, so Party Time is going to have to give this objective. Can Roomba get any kind of kill off this? Doesn't look like it, but they at least get the steal. And it will help soften up this front wall. But Sonya now having to rotate top and D-push the lane that Maiev has pushed in. Johanna is going to help D-push mid at the same time. Both teams fairly even on XP. All forts still standing, heading into level 10. Siege camp picked up in the mid lane by the members of Roomba rotations. Should start turning some eyes down to this bot camp, but it doesn't look like Party Time wants to contest. They may just take their bruiser now that level 10 is here, or actually take that back. Look for the Sonya pick. A little bit of a mistiming on the tether, but it still should be enough. No, actually. Good job by Joshua Scott knowing to whirlwind in to get enough health to buy the time to walk away. A little bit of a mistiming on the tether and the condemn, but not at all trivial to land that. That is, you know, I don't think a wrong decision was made. It's just, I think if both landed kind of synchronously, or not synchronously, but sequentially, could have secured the kill. But here comes an Engage now, looking for Stukov, and there is no chance in the world. Oh my goodness, Iron is a god. Iron with the great last-second heal pop, and now the turnaround after the kill onto Uther. Good silence combo onto Chestclue. Anduin blowing the cleanse to save. And Caster Curse. You say someone's going to live, they die. You say someone's going to die, they live. In full effect at the moment. Party Time going to finish cleaning up the bottom. Try to get some additional pressure onto these towers before starting to rotate bot. Sonya now working on the Bruiser Camp. Bruiser Camp for the members of Party Time is currently untouched. But they are going to start rotating up through this middle space. Whole team coming over, just making sure that nobody is thinking of the invade. We've seen some invades this game on camps multiple times by both teams. But this does give Shrine positioning to the members of Party Time at first. And last time it really felt like Roomba maybe waited too long to look for the engage. That said, Deathwing has gone airborne. So now we're just waiting for the fall. Much like football fans. Good spear onto the backline. Deathwing going to drop on. There's the Angelic Armaments. Colonel Pants is low, but a good Blessed Shield. Going to prevent some of the damage for a while. Joshua Scott getting tethered. Now does go down to the Tassadar, abetted by the Condemn. Big fear, though. Bellowing Roar does separate out the members. Once again, another great Horrify from Lazy Hydra, albeit on a different hero. Chestclue just trying to get away. Idioms wants the finish. Doesn't quite find it there. 1 for 1 at the moment. But as far as Shrine Control goes, that definitely, you would think, favors the members of Party Time, especially with the shorter death timer. Sonya is going to start running up. Here comes the Cataclysm. They want to engage before the Uther comes back. Trying to get on to Schumann. There's the silence. They got some slows as well. Now 9 to 20, but Uther is here. Sonya close, though. Joe maybe looking onto the back line. Oh, great flailing swipe there from Iron. Deathwing gets caught in the trap there, the stasis. Warden's, not Warden's Cage, whatever it's called. Ooh, Maiev blinking in. No, not able to really truck through idioms at all, and now its E-Keep is rather low. Joshua Scott all over this back line. Uther's actually going to be the first to fall. Maiev did get out of there. Bishop missed. Going to need the Light Bomb to escape. Good disengage of that Light Bomb by the members of Roomba rotation. They're not able to follow up the kill onto the Joanna. Or excuse me, the, who was that? The Anduin, forgive me. But that should secure Roomba rotations the point. And with this wall so softened up, this is potentially a very dangerous Punisher. As it will be of the arcane variety. They want to get through that fort quickly. And then maybe with some of the damage, they could find a pick. Members of Party Time, got to be careful. This is a good bait there. Bait with the Unstoppable. They're going to pull it off the fort. But that said, nothing they can really do to save it here. Taking a look at the ults, by the way. We saw the containment disc. That's the name of it. Oh, Uther taking a ton of damage. Light Bomb spreads the Bishop missed after the pull. Does do some damage, but doesn't quite take out Uther. Good root combo there from Stukov. But now continuing to push up here. No, it looks like they're going to break off. Are they going to try for this Bruiser camp? That would be risky. I don't think they do, and they don't. But as we said, Containment Disc, Divine Storm was the choice. Light Bomb, Blessed Shield, and the Archon. On the other side, Angelic Armaments, Wrath of the Berserker, the Bellowing Roar we've already talked about, Phoenix, and the Flailing Swipe. And Deathwing once again in good position for the Bellowing Roar. There's the Containment Disc once again. But the Living Bomb Spread actually doing quite a bit of damage to Party Time. Joshua Scott is low, blows the Breaker to get out of there. The turnaround damage actually favoring Roomba at the moment. There's a big spear onto Task. Can they get the finish? They do. And that is a big kill. And Roomba Rotation's looking very in control of this game at the moment. And well on the way to 16. That game one just feels basically forever ago. Now getting all the camps, painting the bottom half of this map red. They do have the 16 now, so what do they do with this? That is the question. As we don't have the Shrine Timer yet, so there is more than enough time for the members of Party Time to soak 16. They need to do something aggressive here, and I like that they're sending a 5-push bot, wanting to open up this lane for the next objective, make it a win condition. Or at the very minimum, a keep condition. Maiev, does she take the blink? She does not. I think wise decision. 4v5 in the bottom. Uther's still soaking top. But Roomba not really able to get any meaningful damage onto this fort. They did not get the well either. Now turning their attentions mid. Maybe they go for it here. Starting to work on this now. There's the stun. They're looking at Imperius. Will the heal come in time? There's a big two-man spear. Light Bomb trying to disengage this. Joshua Scott does go down. Imperius is the first to fall, but it still feels like Roomba has a lot of control opportunity in this fight. Deathwing tries to go for the finish, can't find it. And so despite that fight being won by Party Time, Roomba at the very least pushing back, and I like them trying to do something before 16, even if they don't quite manage to connect it. We will see a Bruiser Camp trade out here. Imperius should be up soon, right as the Shrine starts, but that will enable Party Time potentially get a head start. That said, Maiev currently down in the bot lane clearing. So we'll see if they are able to rotate up in time. Looking like we might see a 4v4 here. Looking to cut off the engage. Split the team. Good positioning there by Colonel Pants to do so. Deathwing still on the top. Bruiser Camp has been cleaned up by Party Time. But that's it. Imperius now up. This is a bottom shrine. Both forts very weak to the extent that whoever wins this Seems likely to be in a good position to get a keep. Deathwing does finish up the top. Could take to the air and come down in a second. Now is airborne. So here comes the engage. Even at the moment, 11 to 11. Here comes the Deathwing dropping into the back. Containment disc comes in. Big spear by the Imperius. Schumann has to walk away. A little bit of living bomb spread. Idioms want to get onto Maev. Good blink dodge there. Uther now coming in, looking for the stun onto Imperius. Health bars at the moment. Ooh, favoring the members of Roomba, but Iron stepped out looking for the root combo and gets absolutely punished by that. But the health bars so low. Bellowing Roar. Here comes the Cataclysm. Can they secure any kills? They've gotten everyone low. There goes Tassadar. Can they get more? Chest Clue is going to escape. Sonya sold out for that. Might get punished. No, the big spear comes in. Can Imperius secure the kill? They can, and they get one. They get two. Are they going to get three? They are not, but that will be 3 for 1. And Roomba now with a huge opportunity in this game. What an excellent... I thought Sonya was getting baited there. Turns out they were just waiting for the backup. And, much like Gandalf at the end of the Battle of Helm's Deep, charges in Imperius and kills a lot of people. Protector, try to get baited towards mid. They've at least taken it away from the wall, so the enemy team can't really follow up super well. All 5 members alive. Roomba still about half a level from 20. We'll see how aggressive they get. They come in, they get the spear. Chest Glue is low, and Joanna goes down. And that, with the Sonya potential burn with the Wrath of Berserker, that might be enough for Roomba rotation to secure this series. They are going to tick over 20 any second now. Oh, the light bomb blinks back in onto the Sonya. Joshua Scott is low, but self-sustaining so well. Containment disc used onto the Sonya. The core shield is down. The Punisher is still on the core. Down to 40% and falling, and it's not going to be enough. And Party Time has been taken down by Roomba rotations 2-1 after what looked like a dismal game 1. Roomba rotations comes back and looks really, really strong in games 2 and 3. Both games looking as much as stomps as game 1 did. And they finished strong. They finished the series. Party Time learning the hard way that Roomba, not an easy team to beat. Lesson I have learned many times myself. We're going to see if we can do a post-game interview. We'll be right back, everyone. But what a great 3-game series. We'll see you in just 1 second. Stay tuned. All right, everyone, welcome back. DB Smiley here, and I am joined by the captain of the victorious, maybe surprisingly after game one, but victorious Roomba rotations. Wow, how you feeling? We'll narrow it down to after the last two games.
Man, I was feeling good. Then you mentioned game one again.
Sorry to do that. Idioms now playing kind of tank bruiser role, but I have last season stats up, so it shows your assassin plays last season. But I mean, we kind of have to address the elephant in the room. After game one, I was kind of like, ooh, party time might run away with this. Granted, you guys broke out something akin to like a gadget comp,
Right.
On map one, and I got the idea of the Lost Vikings. But what do you think was causing so much trouble for you? Was it the Vikings, or do you attribute it maybe to some other issues that emerged on Hanamura?
I do think that we will have to kind of go back a little bit and take a really good look, because in the moment, all you kind of see is we just fell down. What was it, 3 levels? Mm-hmm. And it does feel very unwinnable at that point.
Was the most I saw, but yeah.
Oh, I felt like they were about 10 levels above us.
Right.
But we identified some issues and we talked about it and we just said, okay, well, we'll try that, a different version of that or whatever some other time, but let's just focus on winning the series, and that's what we did.
Seemed like one of the issues you discovered was Colonel Pants URL. It did not make it through the first ban phase after that. What was so hard about dealing with that in game one?
I don't know if it was a difficulty dealing with the URL, but we did see he does play the hero quite well. Mm-hmm. It's different versions of the same player is kind of how I attribute it to. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if it makes him feel good, it was a respect ban, because the URL is a handful to deal with and one of the best heroes in this entire game. Mm-hmm. We did have a strategy coming into this game, but they didn't show their typical roster, so I was okay switching up with the URL. Otherwise, under normal circumstances, I would have just countered it, to be honest with you.
All right. Taking it then, you lost the game. You chose map pick. Took it to Braxis holdout. What made you pick Braxis, which is normally a relatively underplayed map as opposed to some of the others?
Man, that's an excellent question, but actually we took first pick. So we didn't pick Braxis.
I'm pretty sure the other team got first pick that game. Was draft set?
Oh, did they? Well, they picked the map and they got first pick, and we still won. So that's okay with me.
I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong on that. I remember when the lobby was set up, it said.
Oh no, we got first pick because we went.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
We went.
I had that
pick.
set up
wrong.
Okay, that was on me then. Let me correct that for the record.
But just to kind of salvage your line of thought there, my thoughts on Braxis is it is one of our best maps in terms of hero pool. So I was pretty excited that they picked it, and I think we showcased why we like that map.
Yeah. Well, I know you've picked it a bit in the past. We have crossed paths once or twice.
Once or twice.
But no, obviously that map dominated. Now, normally you look at the Chen Leo matchup, and at least certainly before level 7, that is, let's call it a mild disaster for Chen a lot of the time. How was Joshua Scott kind of able to pull that off and really lead you to winning the solo lane a lot?
So I actually feel it is a skill matchup, as it usually is with Chen. Josh is a very good Chen player. Some seasons prior, I played a lot of Chen as well. Mm-hmm. I do feel like it is Chen favored if you go the correct build. Mm-hmm. And I think he starts winning by level 4, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I thought Colonel did a very good job controlling top lane for what he could and kind of salvaging it, but I do think it's an inevitable win for Chen.
Okay.
Especially once we get some map pressure. So when we saw the Leo pick into the Imperious main tank, it was we just snapped that Chen pick. We were very happy with it.
All right. Well, last map, Infernal Shrines, you guys went with the you went 2 bruisers on map 2, and I guess you guys just thought, well, hey, if 2 works, why not 3? Kind of triple big frontline. Why was that working so well, do you think?
Oh, if you just look at their team composition, they just want to hold us in place and stun lock us.
Mhm.
And Deathwing just says, "That's nice,
Lol.
but I'm not playing that game."
Yeah, it's kind of just like, lol, okay, cool story.
Yeah, exactly. And we were actually expecting Akib to go Cage,
Mhm.
so this kind of forced him into taking Containment Disc, which I do think was the right pick for him.
Mhm.
Because Deathwing just runs in the circle and just lets us all free anyways, or fears them away.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Deathwing was a pretty obvious pick for us. We talked about it early in the draft, like as soon as Maiev was picked, we talked about it. But it's something that we will bust out in many different roles.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, it worked out well for you guys. You didn't lose a fort that game. Just really dominant showing, and then winning off the third objective bot. Well, with that, congrats on the comeback victory. And given that this was one of the favorite teams in A East, at least by certain balding people who have nothing better to do with their time,
Right.
what do you say that this sets your goals as for the rest of the season? Does this change them? Does it improve them, or did you expect this?
Our goal from the start, when we kind of assembled this team, and this is a returning team, but we do have some new players on it.
Yeah.
It's the same goal as last season, which is just make the playoffs.
Mhm.
Like that's literally our only goal, because that's the time of the season that we want to be playing. And just picking up wins along the way, that's great, but it's also, we're just going to learn some stuff on the way, as you saw in game one, and we're fine with that. It's just to make playoffs and see what we can do, just make some noise. I know, like, we're also new to the division as well,
Mhm.
so I think some people might sleep on us a little bit, but we've scrimmed a lot of these teams as well.
Yeah.
So I expect the bands to get a little bit tighter, and the games to be a lot tighter as well.
All right. Well, with that, I will go ahead and give you the floor for shoutouts. Go ahead.
Just shout out to my team, of course. Excellent play, recovering after game one. All the play through the off season, just excellent stuff. Shout out to NGS and to you, Smiley, for casting and hosting and just running this league. It's excellent. It's really fun for us. And yeah, that's about it. Shout out to Party Time for the great games.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And with that, we're going to draw this evening to a close. Thank you all so much for watching. Huge congrats to Roomba Rotations. This is a massive win for them, and it should send a shot across the bow of all the remaining A East teams to watch out. With that, though, we will see you next time on the Nexus Gaming Series. Take care and have a great night.